quick story about using a Kanban board for leadership. I'm Paul Heidema, CEO and leadership coach at Spark Acta. Many years back, I was working with a company called AIMIA. They do points like Air Miles and Aeroplan. And they were involved in, and I was leading and coaching a transformation that took about a year or so. And I was working very closely with the executive sponsor, Frank Leon. In this, I encouraged them and helped them to use a leadership Kanban board to be able to demonstrate as leaders that they were doing what they were saying. Essentially what we did is we set up a leadership Kanban board in a space near where all the teams were. And there was about 12 teams that this leadership team was responsible to support and lead and guide. And on that board, we asked all the teams and any member of any of the teams to put up requests or challenges or problems on the board. There was a column there of all the stuff that was coming in from the teams underneath this leadership group. What would happen is that every single member of that leadership team would check it daily, every other day, to see if any new things came in. And they'd walk by the board, they would see a sticky note that said what the problem was and someone's name and the team. Any member of the team would pick up the sticky note, go for a walk, and have a conversation with that team member and say, you wrote this down, tell me more about it. What's the problem? What have you tried already? What help do you need? And then write that information up and put that on the board for the leadership team to discuss. And then twice a week, Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings, the leadership team would have their own conversation about the board and the progress being made on that board. And essentially what they would do is they would have a conversation from right to left, essentially what is being done or almost done that they need to focus on, what's in progress and where are we with those things, and new stuff that have come in or that we've started working on or about to start working on. And the great thing about this team doing this, essentially a stand-up in front of their Kanban board, is that all the teams could see that. They were invited to observe, but of course this is for the leadership team, so they weren't able to speak. They would just watch the leadership team have this discussion. What happened over that year is that the leadership team was using this so well that they solved problems within days or potentially a week or so of problems that usually would take months and potentially years to solve because they were so on top of it and helping learn from those that request the work to actually solve those problems. It helped them move forward the transformation. It helped them solve strategic and operational problems. And it demonstrated to the teams that leadership wasn't just saying something. They were acting in this new way, this new approach, and this new culture that they were building. I highly recommend teams do this. The leadership team really wants to demonstrate that it's taking a huge step forward in a strategic movement, in a plan, in a big operational change. Use a leadership Kanban board to take things that much farther. It takes practice, but it is very, very effective. Enjoy.